Okay. Okay. So, yeah, explained. I got a project requires me to interview a leader. I consider you to be a leader in my life. Do you consent for me to record this interview and ask biographical questions like who you are, where you work, and the length of time that you've been in your role?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So this is gonna be first section. What industry is representative of the organization, the role that you were in?
Sports team. Sports.
Yeah,
Sports
fitness,
organization.
sports. Yeah. And how long were you there for?
Well, I've been coaching since 1979, so whatever that is, 46 years, and running this organization for 32 years.
Man,
So,
that's great. Okay.
yeah.
So in those 32 years, what would you say has been your greatest career achievement in that role?
I have to definitely say is keeping it alive.
Yeah.
Still here after 32 years, which is a first for, I wouldn't say it's a first for one person to do it, but very few teams have done it and continued to do it. So I think, yeah, the biggest accomplishment is just that we're here
Yeah.
and we're doing well and we're stronger every year. So that's what I would say.
Gotcha. And let's see. So it was mainly you running it. Who were the other kind of people involved with keeping this alive besides the gymnasts, of course?
Yeah. Well, in the early years, it was just me.
Yeah.
Of course, it was my wife that succumbed to letting me do it. Okay.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be around. And then she started getting involved, and then we built this building. When they tore down PE West, we built this, and that took other people to be really involved. So, just making this whole project work so the team could have a place. Yeah, I would say that too. And then, of course, our board of directors.
Yeah.
We always have a board we've worked up between 4 and 9 people any one year. And the board in the early years was just a kind of a rubber stamp board for what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
But now they've gotten more involved, and the board members are all active in different aspects of either fundraising, marketing, whatever. So they help in a lot of ways that way.
Great. So what management principles, strategies, or processes did you employ that you believe led to the achievement of keeping the sport alive here?
Management wise, I would probably say the aspect of building teams. What I mean by that is not just building a competitive team, but building the teams that support the competitive team. The board is a team.
Yeah.
The boosters are a team. The coaching staff is a team. All the people around that actually give resources to and assets to, like a trainer, a doctor, people that support, with equipment,
Yeah.
that help make the team. So I think management-wise is building a team, learning how to be a team builder and a consensus builder, be able to do that too, and getting people on your team.
Yeah.
Because if people, tell you what, in the early days, there were guys that would go, why should I be a part of this and give my money to you guys? I'm
Yeah.
going to go help this homeless shelter over here. I mean, why should I give it to some college guys that want to do gymnastics, So you had to build those consensus with people, it's worth it and it's important. And so that's what I would say. I would say team building is the key aspect of management. Just like you were on the gymnastics team, you know how important it is to get along with the other guys.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going for a goal. You got a goal here of providing a place to train. You got to get people on board to make that happen.
Yeah.
So, team building in every aspect of the way.
Nice. So I know you mentioned the main kind of achievement there was keeping this alive. Hasn't really been done in the way that you did it. Well, why else would you consider it to be so impactful?
You mean what we've done being
Yeah,
impactful?
keeping it alive.
I think history is an important part of it where, well, you got your dad, and he wanted to see it continue, right?
Right.
So people that have gone through it already want to see it. Otherwise, it wipes out their history and go, yeah, my team is no longer there anymore, right? That something that was really important to them. So I think it was impactful to former athletes, alumni, but I think it's very impactful to the current ones that are going through it at an age that they need something to really put their hat on and feel a part of, both physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, all those areas that being on a college team helps provide that. So I think it's impactful towards the gymnasts that come here, and I think impactful for parents
Yeah.
that like their kid being a part of something and they know they're under a tutelage of something that's not just going out to a party school and wasting away everything, but actually being a part of something successful and they can learn something from it.
Yeah. I think that's probably the only reason my dad let me come out here.
I kind of figured that.
Yeah. Okay. So now I'm gonna give a couple characteristics, and then I want you to rate yourself on the extent to which you used each of them in realizing the greatest achievement and accomplishing that.
Okay.
So 1 to 5. First one, listening.
I think I started out with a 3 and maybe I'm a 4 now.
Got it. And then let's see, the next one, empathy.
I'd probably give empathy 4.5.
Okay.
Can I do that?
I think so. If not, we'll round you up or
Yeah,
down.
round it up.
Healing. So striving to make those involved whole in the face of failure or suffering.
4.
Yeah. Okay. Awareness.
Personally, awareness. That's probably 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little weaker there.
Okay. What about persuasion?
That's a good one. I think the people that were involved were very persuaded. I didn't go out and persuade. I didn't, like selling.
Yeah.
I didn't go out and sell the program very well. So in that way, I didn't do very good persuasiveness that way. But with the people that were involved that came, I feel that was persuasive. So if you narrowed it down, which one would you say? The people that I deal with, I'd probably say I'm persuasive. I give it a 4.
Yeah.
The other ones, I don't even go out and try to persuade others too much.
Yeah. So you'd say it was just the whole process and the team was the persuasive aspect, and you were kind of just the one driving that.
Yeah. If you were here, you were more persuaded than somebody that was never here. But I didn't go out and try to recruit and persuade people to come here.
Didn't
right?
cold call at all.
Be a part of it. I couldn't do what you're doing. No, that you're good at it. You stick with that.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one is conceptualization.
I think I'd probably go a 4 on that too.
Yeah.
Not a 5. Because I could conceptualize kind of what was out there pretty well. But yeah, I'll go 4.
Okay. What about foresight?
Yeah, I'd probably give that a 3.
Really? I would have thought you would have
Yeah.
gone high on that.
Well,
Trying to see where the team was going to be.
In one sense, yes. And where the team could go, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be up there. But in terms of, did I have the foresight of this building? No. Did I have the foresight that I'd be here for 30 years? No.
Yeah.
Did I have the foresight of, us winning 25 championships? No. Did I have the foresight to, look and go, when I'm gone, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
I've had a little bit of foresight on it, right? So we're dealing with that, but it's not like, hey, 10 years from now,
I got it all planned out.
I kind of did it year by year.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of look at it. I didn't really have the foresight. I just lived year by year because I didn't have the resources too. If you have the resources,
Yeah.
then I can make the foresight a little better, right? So yeah, that's why I said probably 3. I think you're right on the other aspect of it. I did have the foresight that we could do what we're doing. I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
So the foresight that we could be successful and that we can maintain and be here, I'd have that foresight. But the actual details of everything, nah, it's kind of as we went along.
Yeah. Okay. What about stewardship?
I'd probably give that a 5.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
agree with you.
No doubt about that. Every penny that's ever come in here, it's been accountable for, and yeah.
Yeah. And your commitment to the growth of people?
I'd give that a 5.
Yeah. I'd give you a 5 on that. And then the last one, interest in building community.
Yes, I'd rate that a 5 too.
Yeah.
And that's the same kind of, if I tie that in with team, that's community. So yeah, we've got a bunch of different communities within this, as you can see, right?
Yeah.
The Spire community, the gym community, the people that help us community, all that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I know you kind of dove into a couple of them there. Could you give an example of one of those that was used in the realization of the achievement?
Things that we went over.
Yeah. You had listening, empathy, healing, awareness, persuasion, conceptualization, foresight, stewardship, commitment to the growth of people, and then interest in building community.
Yeah, any one of the last 3 is very interesting to me. Building people, let's pick that one. Yeah, I think I've always said that gymnastics is a tool to help people grow. So it could have been gymnastics. I like teaching. I taught. I was a financial planner for 10 years. And selling insurance. So I did sales.
Yeah.
Right. And I didn't enjoy the selling, but I enjoyed the planning with people and helping them grow and get on their feet. I used money to help people. Gymnastics was just a tool that I never wanted to be a coach. Not something I wanted to do. As a matter of fact, I tried to stay away from it as long as I could. Ended up doing it, ended up loving it because it helped accomplish those things that I really enjoyed doing, helping people.
Yeah.
And helping kids grow, guys grow. It's a tool, but and seeing guys reach their dreams, I love it. That's part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, even you come in here just talking about your job and where you want to go.
Yeah.
Not just about you being a gymnast, but you making an impact where you're going and where you're heading. So, yeah, I have a real desire to see that. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be doing it. I wouldn't be coaching. It's not to go out and just win a bunch of championships. I mean, I enjoy it and I love winning, but
it's not why you do it.
the key thing is, why are we placed here on this planet? We all got a purpose. We all got a reason to be here. I feel I've got a spiritual life that God's got a plan for me. He's got a plan for you. He's got a plan for everybody that walks. And we just got to find out what that plan is. And when we find out what that plan is, that's where we're happiest.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I was your age, and thinking, what am I going to do? And I did gymnastics because I loved it, but then I found a niche to help coach. And I thought, I'm going to help coach with a team because I have nothing else to do right now. And I enjoyed that. and I found out that that was my gift of just helping things like that. So that part of it, does that help
Yeah,
with that?
that's great.
Okay.
That's great. Okay, so next section here, kind of gonna be the opposite of the one before.
Okay.
So this one wants you to consider a significant challenge. It says preferably one with an ethical dilemma that you have previously faced in that role.
In the role as a coach?
Yeah.
Well, I think the thing that comes right to my mind is Jackson. You know, I mean, that was an ethical strain on me that I had to deal with and figure out, you know, how do I really help Jackson? And yet I don't agree with him wanting to paint his face and come to nationals.
Yeah.
You know, and and make a stand for something he thought was ethical, where I thought that's not part of the team.
Mm-hmm.
You're not being a part of the team. If the whole team wants to paint their face and do it, I said fine.
Yeah.
But if it's just one guy that wants to stand out, that's not being a team member. So how did I handle that? Right. That was an issue that, you know, took me. And then, you know, with a guy that says, well, I'm just not going to do what you want me to do, and I'm going to do it my way. Then what do you do?
Yeah.
You know, it's not being a part of the team, because the team works together and they agree to be a team together. Yet to be able to still have individual expression and to be an individual on a team. You know that being on our team, you can be an individual. Some guys have humor, some guys are jerks.
Yeah.
Some guys, you know, different personalities, but you all are striving for the same thing.
Yeah.
So that has always been, and that's what the challenge is as far as building teams. But that in particular was one that was really ethically, do I keep him on the team? Do I even make him a captain
Yeah.
the next year? You know, and I did through that whole thing, because I saw in him leadership as long as he was part of the team.
Yeah.
And so that was a real tough one. You know, why'd you make him a leader? You know, why'd you make him a captain after all he did and said to you and this and that? But, you know, putting aside the personal problems and issues, can you help somebody in spite of how you might emotionally feel about them?
Yeah.
And that was a dilemma I had to deal with.
Yeah. I guess you kind of answered the follow-up. How'd you handle it and what was the outcome? I guess was just attacking it from a non-personal way and thinking more about the team benefit. And
Yeah. Thinking about the team, going out on a limb
yeah.
to make him a captain, because I really didn't need to do that. But what was the outcome? I feel Jackson and I are still, you know, coach, gymnast. And we don't see eye to eye on certain moral issues, but that's okay. I respect him. I think he respects me. And there's no bad blood out there. And I think it helped build the team.
Yeah.
To an extent. You know, I mean, there were still issues that year with the captainships and all that, but I think it held the team together. It held him together, if nothing else, right? So I think the outcome was, again, team building.
Yeah.
How can we best do what's good for the team?
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Okay. And I guess as for details about time period, persons, competition, I guess you kind of already covered all of that. I guess not time period. When this was 2 years ago?
Yes.
About 2 years ago.
2 years, yep.
Okay. Awesome. Well, we'll get into this. So kind of the same thing as last time with the same characteristics, and then you're just going to rate yourself on the extent to which you used each one of them to overcome the challenge.
Okay.
So that first one, listening, from 1 to 5.
Yeah, I listened to it. I said 5.
Yeah. Empathy.
4.
Mm-hmm.
I did have empathy for him, but it was hard.
Yeah, I imagine. Healing.
I think the result was healing because it didn't split the team. We were in that room. Were you in here then? I don't think you were in that year.
Was he already captain?
No,
I might not have been.
he was captain your first year.
No,
Yeah,
he
it was when we had our nationals out in Mesa. You were here.
Yeah, that was my senior year
Okay.
of high school. Yeah.
So that was the year it happened, and we were in that room, and we walked out of this office, Jackson and me, and he, the team was like, "What happened?" He goes, "I can't wear my makeup." And 2 of the guys on the team, key guys, well, if Jackson's not competing, then I'm not competing.
Really?
Well, I said, if Jackson can do what he wants, but if he's going to do that, he's not competing. And that's when 2 of the guys, key guys, well, if he's not competing, then I'm not competing. I'm like, okay, how many guys we got going? We might go with 1 or 2 guys to nationals this year in our own hometown.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wasn't giving in. And that was a real stepping point right there. And when I heard that, I thought, okay, see what happens. So, what was the word?
Healing.
Healing. I think there was healing because it did bring the team together. It was tough.
Mm-hmm.
It was very hard. But yeah, I would say because I was willing to listen, because I was willing to actually take a stand also and not be a wimp about it, I felt there was healing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so rating, I don't know, 5, I guess.
Yeah.
It wasn't perfect, but I don't know what. I think there was healing, put it that way, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Awareness.
For me, being aware of what the whole situation was.
Yeah, I
look
guess
at it that way.
I guess self-aware of their strength, or I guess self-aware of your strengths is probably.
Yeah, I think good 4+ on that one. I mean, yeah, made me more aware through the situation for sure.
Okay. Persuasion.
I persuaded him. It was with a stick.
Yeah.
You're not competing. So I did persuade him.
Yeah.
And I persuaded the team. So was I good at persuasion? Yeah, I think I was in that sense, yeah. So 4 or 5. 4. Yeah.
4.5.
4.5.
Okay. Conceptualization.
Conceptualization, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not consensualize.
Not concept.
Conceptualization. I'd probably go down on that one. Again, probably give a 2 because I couldn't conceptualize what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I was, I couldn't really. I could conceptualize either he was going to compete or he wasn't. Say 3.
3. Which I guess that kind of ties into foresight.
Yeah, same thing with foresight. I didn't have I do have the foresight that he was going to compete or he wasn't, but I didn't know what he was going to do. I really didn't until we got there. So I didn't have the foresight. So I didn't know him well enough and hadn't talked through it well enough with him, so probably a 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Stewardship.
I'd give that a 5 because it's like Donna said, if you don't do something, the whole team's going to fall apart.
Yeah.
So being a good steward of my position, I felt that was the best thing to do. So I'd probably say, yeah, enough for that.
Okay.
It wasn't financial stewardship, it was stewardship of keeping the team together.
Yeah. What's next? Commitment to the growth of people. In this case, Jackson. Or maybe the team in general.
Jackson and the team, yeah, I think, yeah. I mean, I could have just said, I don't care, whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd probably give it a 5.
Gotcha. And interest in building community?
Yeah, I wasn't too interested in that aspect of it at that time other than keeping our keeping our team together. But just doing the right thing. If it ruined the community, it did. So I'd probably go 4 on that.
What would I guess? Which one of those would you say was the most that you used the most, and what was an example of how you used those, or that one? Do you want me to list them off?
No, I think I'd go back again to the desire to help people grow.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of been my whole purpose to even starting this thing a long time ago. It still is, and I wouldn't do it if I couldn't be involved in that part of it and have that care about people. And I think you have to if you want to build a team and you want to do things. If you're doing it just for selfish reasons, people see through that and they don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
You know, but if you can build community and just be a part of it, and it's not about me, it's about everybody, I think it's a lot easier to build that.
Mm-hmm. All right, moving on. This is section 4. So what was the mission, vision, and strategy of the organization?
The mission, still going? You sure it's going?
Yeah, we're good. I was checking to make sure.
Oh, we got to start over.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mission is, interestingly enough, is to help build young men character-wise and in leadership, basically.
Yeah.
Not to make great gymnastics. That's not our mission. We use gymnastics to do that. So that's our mission. Our strategy?
Yeah.
Is that part of the question?
Vision and strategy.
Vision, okay. Yeah, the vision is to build a program that, a high-level program to give opportunity to young gymnasts that don't have another place to go to and want to be a part of a college experience.
Yeah.
Right? You were part of that, at least for a couple years. And it's different. I mean, people don't get to do that very often.
Yeah.
And through that, to be able to see them grow. Okay. And the strategy, well, that is the strategy.
Yeah. Awesome. How essential would you say that the entrepreneurial mindset, how essential is that to achieving the mission, vision, and strategy?
Key.
Yeah.
Key. I mean, especially in our position we started this in 93.
Right.
And UCLA dropped in 94. Where are they?
Yeah.
San Jose, where are they? Where's UCSB? Nobody had the entrepreneurial mindset to go, how can we keep this thing going?
Mm-hmm.
Right? That was the question. How can we keep the tradition alive? We've had a great tradition up to 93. Coach Robinson was key in that, right? Your Gramps was key in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of that community, right? And so, yeah, the entrepreneurial, I don't really look at it that way, but if you don't have an entrepreneurial mindset, just this building, they tear down PE West. What should we do? Well, we go here, we go there, we go do this, we could do this, we do that. We could build a $3 million building. And you go, well, who's going to put the money up? Oh, I don't know. I make $12,000 a year. Who's going to put the money up for it?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to find it.
Yeah.
We got to figure a way to do it, right? So, absolutely, we couldn't have done it without a bunch of people having that mindset of, yeah, we can do it.
Right.
Yeah. How we're going to do it, we're going to do it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Okay, so more rating coming up. Rate yourself on each characteristic below. They're going to be different this time. On to how much you believe that each one was essential to achieving the mission, vision, strategy.
1 to 5.
1 to 5. First one, need for achievement.
Personally?
Yeah, drive to attain excellence.
Need to for achievement or need to
need for achievement.
Need for achievement. 3.
Yeah.
Probably 3.
Got it.
I want to achieve. You know, if you're going to do something, do it well.
Right. Yeah.
Now, did I have to do it? No, I could have done something else. Okay.
Yeah. Openness to experience.
That's a 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what we're getting into, but
Going
you'd
in
be
blind.
open for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Innovative or / creative ability.
That's a 3 to 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't real creative, but I was open to it. Yeah, probably. I had to be creative. I had to figure things out and be creative. 4.
Yeah. Okay. Risk propensity.
4. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say 5, but 4. I'm very calculating to do it, you know.
Mhm.
So it was very risky. I didn't just go out and do it, but I did calculate the risk a lot.
Mhm.
Took a lot of time to figure things out. Yeah.
Okay. This one I probably know. Proactivity and work ethic.
They tell me 5 on that one.
Really? Where would you rate yourself? I would say 5.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, here we are 30 years later, and we're still putting in 12, 14-hour days. So
Yeah.
I think I'm not afraid of that.
All right. So entrepreneurial self-efficacy.
Well, when we talk about self-efficacy, it's putting yourself down, right? So
Yeah. How confident were you in your ability to make it happen?
yeah, I wasn't very confident back in the early days.
Yeah.
I'm more confident now. Success breeds success.
Mhm.
But I would probably say 3. Had a lot of hope.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I was super confident if you were talking to me back then. Yeah.
Okay. And do you know the term locus of control?
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, just the extent to which, in this case, it's going to be internal. So the extent to which you think the outcomes were because of what you did. So how would you say, on a scale of 1 to 5, that you controlled that destiny, and the external forces didn't really have too much influence?
2.
Yeah.
2. And the only reason I say that, Senator, is I'm very, very confident that it was God who steered me to do it. Right? I mean, it's a spiritual thing for me.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for saying what do I need to do to be in line with the Creator, and this was part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So in one sense, yeah, once I got to go, it was like, yeah, okay, then the locus of control was in me, but the whole element of it, no, I'd probably say no, just following somebody.
All right. Okay, so I guess in terms of an example of how one of those was used in achieving that mission, the vision, would you say that, which one of those would you say was the most important, or, an example of how it was?
I would first of all go back to the locus of control. If it wasn't meant to be, then I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
If I didn't know that this is meant to be. So we put a lot of prayer into it, and when I realized it, got the end of it, this is it, then it was the hard work.
Yeah.
So then that locus of control was like, okay, now I know I'm supposed to be here. It's purpose driven. When you're purpose driven, you do whatever it takes.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really answer your question on which one, but both of them are true.
Yeah. That'll do. Okay, wrapping up. So apart from servant leadership and the entrepreneurial mindset, what would be 2 significant lessons that you said or you would say it was essential to the success of the team? Or lessons or attributes, I guess.
Something that I've learned through the whole process is to really understand there is no way I could have done this on my own. So it comes back to that team building. Just reinforce the fact that once I have a purpose, then I need to help other people find that same purpose and why we're doing what we're doing. And learning how to do that successfully, that hasn't always been easy.
Yeah.
I mean, you could take the extreme of a Jackson who doesn't want to do it your way, right?
Yeah.
Coaches or athletes don't want to do it that same way. So, building the building. You know, I want a room over there. I don't want a dance program. How do you build all that? And you can build the consensus. So I think building the team is still critical to that aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that help answer that?
Yeah. One other. Do you have any other lessons?
One other lesson?
Yeah.
So, let's see. I think probably learning to understand people better without assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when I was young, it was like, I know this, I know that, this is what we're going to do, and you're an idiot, and you're great, and whatever, right?
Yeah.
And now it's more, nobody's an idiot, nobody's great.
Yeah.
But you figure out to really help and get a mindset of understanding people before you judge them. So that's where mercy comes in a little bit, having an understanding of mercy with people. So not to be so judgmental.
Yeah.
That's helped.
Yeah. All right. And is there anything that you wish you would have specifically avoided that may have derailed or delayed the success of the team?
That would have delayed it? Let's see. Well, I think there's certain things I wish I could have done better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, that's the opposite of it.
Yeah.
Let me hit on that, maybe it'll come around. Learning how to trust people more and delegate and persuade. You know, if I could have persuaded other people to do a lot of what I did, it wouldn't have been so hard. It's been hard on my family, it's been hard on our marriage, it's been hard physically, it's just been hard. But I would probably say learning to trust people and to delegate better would have been better for everything. What have I regretted doing? Not delegating.
Yeah.
Not learning better management skills because I wasn't a manager. I mean, I had no business sense getting into all this, and I've had to learn a lot of that. Probably, yeah. Listening to people a little better, taking advice better.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all I got for you.
That's it?
That's it.
That's all you could throw at me, man?
That's all I had.
Well, good. So is there
right.
paper you got to write?
Yeah, got a little Google Sheet situation, little project, presentation, and then...
Well, does that help, you think? You make something out of that?
Absolutely. That was fantastic.
I hope so.